Welcome to Silent Secrets. In today's journey, I want you to picture a moment that tests both your patience and your power. Imagine this. You've chosen silence. You've stepped back with intention. No texts, no calls, no late night, just checking in messages. You're holding firm, convinced that you're following the plan. You're investing in yourself, trying to refocus your energy, trying to regain control of your life. But then something unexpected happens. You notice she's doing the same. She hasn't reached out. Not a word, not a call, not even a subtle like on your posts. It starts quietly, like background noise you barely notice. A small thought whispers in the back of your mind. Is this working? But as the hours turn into days and the days into weeks, that whisper grows louder. The silence becomes heavy, almost unbearable. You ask yourself, is she thinking about me? Or has she moved on? Is she testing me? Or am I completely forgotten? This, right here, is the breaking point for most people. The silence feels like a battle you can't win, because you don't even know what the rules are. You feel the urge to reach out, to regain control, to do something just to break the tension. But here's the truth most people never hear. Her silence isn't random. It isn't passive. It's not just a coincidence. Her silence is a deliberate move, a calculated action designed to shift the balance of power. Yet, and this is the part almost everyone misses, silence only has power if you let it control you. What if I told you that this exact moment, this uncomfortable, suffocating silence, is not your enemy? What if I told you it's your greatest opportunity? Welcome to Stoic Blessing, where we transform challenges into opportunities and use ancient Stoic wisdom blended with modern psychology to master life's toughest tests. Today's question: what should you do when she's also doing no contact? This isn't just about ignoring each other. It's not about childish games. No contact is a psychological and emotional battleground, and it's not about who wins or who loses. It's about something deeper: mastery. The Stoics said it best. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This isn't about her silence. It's about your ability to control yourself within it. The real test of silence. Let's get one thing straight. No contact isn't a trick to make someone miss you. That's surface-level thinking. The real essence of no contact is to give you space, not for her, but for yourself. The silence you're experiencing right now isn't her test. It's yours. Why does silence feel so unbearable? Why does it create so much anxiety? Because silence exposes your attachments. When you're addicted to someone else's attention, validation, or presence, their absence feels like withdrawal. No contact forces you to confront that addiction. It says, can you be whole without someone else's attention? Can you find strength within yourself instead of clinging to someone else? That's where true detachment begins. Now, detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you erase your emotions. It means you stop depending on someone else to define your worth. It means you can care deeply without collapsing when the other person pulls away. This is the foundation of Stoic strength. Remaining unshaken, even when the storm rages around you. Dark psychology of no contact lets layer psychology onto this. Silence in relationships is never neutral. It's communication without words. Why does no contact work at all? Because it taps into 3 primal psychological triggers. Scarcity. When something is always available, we take it for granted. When it disappears, we crave it. Your silence creates scarcity. Suddenly, your energy, once freely given, is absent. That absence creates value, unpredictability. Human beings crave patterns. We feel safe when things are predictable. If you were always the one to text first, always the one to respond quickly, your silence disrupts the pattern. That unpredictability creates emotional tension. Mystery. The less someone knows, the more they wonder. Silence leaves unanswered questions. Questions like, why isn't he reaching out? Has he moved on? Does he not care anymore? Mystery is magnetic, because the mind hates a blank space. Here's the catch. None of this works if your silence comes from weakness. If you're sitting there, staring at your phone, counting the days, waiting for her to reach out, you've already lost. That's not silence rooted in power. That's silence rooted in fear. True silence is powerful only when it comes from a place of strength. Why she's doing no contact. Now let's flip the perspective. Why might she also be doing no contact? It's easy to assume she doesn't care. She's moved on. But the truth is far more layered. Here are 5 possibilities. Mirroring. Psychologically, people mirror behaviors. If you've gone silent, she might match that energy. Not necessarily out of indifference, but as a way to protect herself. Self-reflection. She may need space for herself. No contact isn't just a tactic. It's also a way for someone to process emotions, reassess the relationship, and decide what they want. Testing. Some people use silence to test strength. Will he break? Will he chase? Or will he hold firm? Your reaction tells her more than your words ever could. Reclaiming control. If she felt like she was losing influence in the relationship, silence can be her way to reset the balance. It's her declaration. I'm not chasing either. Observing your growth. The most overlooked reason. Sometimes silence is about seeing who you become in it. Will you collapse? Or will you grow stronger? The critical mistake most men make, here's where 90% of people fail, they chase. The silence gets too loud, too heavy, and eventually they break. They send that "hey, just checking in" message. Or worse, they unload emotions in a long text. That single action gives away all their power. Why? Because it confirms that her silence controls you. It reveals that your emotional state is tied to her actions. And the moment you make that clear, the balance shifts. But Stoicism teaches us, he who is brave is free. Bravery isn't reaching out to end your discomfort. Bravery is sitting with discomfort without needing to escape it. Chasing doesn't bring her back. It pushes her further away, building emotional fortitude. So how do you avoid the trap of chasing? By building inner strength. The Stoics had a toolbox for this. Negative visualization. Imagine the worst-case scenario. She never comes back. Sit with that thought until it loses its power. If you can accept it, you free yourself. Journaling. Instead of texting her when emotions rise, write your thoughts. Put your fears on paper. You'll see clarity emerge where chaos once lived. Mindfulness. Anchor yourself in the present. When your mind drifts to, is she thinking about me? Pull it back. The only moment you can live in is now. Amor fati, love of fate. Embrace everything as part of your path. Don't resist her silence, accept it. Trust that it's shaping you into someone stronger. Strategic response. Now, let's address the practical side. What should you do? The answer, nothing, at least not yet. Resist the urge to break silence. Your silence is not a game. It's a declaration. I respect myself. I can stand on my own. While she's silent, focus on leveling up your life. Hit the gym, build your career, start that side project, strengthen your friendships. Create a life so full that her absence doesn't create a void. If she reaches out first, don't jump immediately. Stay calm, respond with grounded energy. Show that you're not waiting by the phone. If you choose to initiate contact after a long period, keep it light. Don't pour out your heart. A simple message like, "Hey, I was thinking about something we talked about. How have you been?" communicates maturity and composure. But no matter what happens, stay detached from the outcome. Whether she responds or not, your worth remains untouched. The mindset shift. Here's the shift that changes everything. Stop seeing reconnection as the goal. Reconnection, if it happens, should be a byproduct of your growth, not the purpose of it. If your entire focus during no contact is, will she come back? You're missing the point. You're still tied to her actions. The real goal is to become someone who doesn't need external validation to feel whole. Someone who can love without clinging, who can let go without collapsing. Ironically, it's often when you no longer need her back that reconnection becomes most likely. Because strength, independence, and self-respect are magnetic, turning silence into a power move. So how do you transform this silence into your greatest advantage? Embrace mystery, stop being predictable, stop giving explanations. Let your evolution speak for itself. Invest in yourself. Use this time to level up in every area of life. A stronger body, a sharper mind, a richer soul, Detach with love. Detachment isn't rejection, it's freedom. When you no longer cling, you no longer suffer. Project confidence. When she does reach out, meet her with calmness. No bitterness. No desperation, just composure. Your silence becomes a mirror. It reflects back to her not just who you are, but who you've become. The final lesson, so what happens if she's also doing no contact? You let her. You stop analyzing her silence. You stop trying to decode her motives. Because her actions aren't within your control. You focus on what is within your control. Your growth, your strength, your story. No contact isn't about punishing her. It's about empowering you. Whether she comes back or not, you walk away stronger, wiser, and more grounded than before. Because the real victory here isn't in whether she breaks the silence. The real victory is in proving to yourself that you can master it. So let me ask you one final question. Are you ready to rise above this moment? Are you ready to stop letting silence break you, and instead use it to build you? If you are, drop a comment below. I own my silence. Let's declare together that we are not here to chase, not here to crumble, not here to beg for validation. We are here to thrive. If this video gave you clarity, hit that like button to show your commitment to growth. And don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Blessing for more wisdom on mastering yourself, overcoming challenges, and turning adversity into strength. Remember, your silence is not weakness. It is your strength. It is your power. And it is the foundation of the life you're about to build. Until next time, stay strong, stay grounded, and as always, choose power over reaction.